Hey there, folks. Frank Zorrilla, 12/8/2019, 4:40 in the afternoon. Doing these weekly videos, going over some of the top momentum plays over the last few weeks. I've mixed it up a little bit for you. One week I did the top momentum plays. The next week I did the top momentum plays with one filter, which was a consolidation filter. So we can look at stocks that have been consolidating for the last 15 to 20 days. And today I'm going to look at some of the Russell 1000 names. These stocks, they're more liquid. They usually move in dollar terms. So the filter that I have is, stocks that had a big move one day. Usually there was a reason behind it. Sometimes it's earnings, FDA approval, FDA news, and then they tend to consolidate, and then what we're looking for is to get involved in that second leg higher. So let's go through that list to see if we can find some names for tomorrow, specifically for tomorrow and maybe for this week. So for example, ARWR was one, biotech stock. Biotechs have done really well. Big move right over here on big volume, went up. Stock traded sideways. This is something that would have been on my list on Friday or Thursday, going through this high right over here through 66.77. Okay, so and this is what we're looking for. We're looking for a stock that has momentum, fresh momentum, big news. Drives the stock higher, and then you get the consolidation, you get the contraction, you got an inside day, the volume contracts as well. You want to get involved on this first leg higher, and you want to get a move like this that'll last 3 to 4 days, okay? MDCO buyout, UI, nothing there for me. ALLK, nothing there for me. This might set up, later on, a few more down days, a little bit more consolidation. Might set up, so let's flag it for later on this week. ALNY, nothing here for me. Rita, again, maybe here going through this high, nothing here for me. DXCM, nothing here for me. So these stocks, what they need, or at least for me, is a little bit more consolidation, a little bit more tightness. They might be ready sometime next week or the next 2 weeks. SGEN, nothing here for me. ALGN. This is one that we flagged the other day. Right over here. You had the big up move, sideways action, inside day. The volume contracts. We got involved through this high. And that's exactly what we're looking for. Most stocks, they move in small momentum bursts that might last 3 to 5 days. That's what you get right over here. As swing traders, we are in the moving business. We want to take advantage of this bump higher. We want to sell on the way up and then get involved with something that's just getting started. That's what swing trading is all about within the short-term time frame. SRPT, again, look, the biotechs have been extremely hot. I mean, too hot. Thursday we had 25 biotech stocks up 50% or more. That's just way too much. Nothing here, nothing here. Nothing here. I would like to see more consolidation here. I'm going to flag this one. AMTD, buyout, tech data. Nothing here for me yet, but I'll flag this one. And again, you see what I'm doing here with these purple lines. That's the Anchor VWAP, okay? Which I think it's a great tool. And I normally only put it when we have these big up days on heavy volume, okay? It gives you a good idea of who is in charge, the buyers or the sellers. Obviously, if the price is above, the buyers are involved, are in control. Here's a good example. Tesla, up big, heavy volume, 29 million shares in the back of earnings. Heavy volume, 29 million shares the following day. Again, if you're a day trader, you can chase this and play an intraday move. But as a swing trader, you want to wait for this consolidation. You see here, these arrows got involved here and got involved right over here. Okay, and then the upside target is always up. All right, stocks move in small bursts, just like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have no idea what that little small burst is going to give us. A lot of it depends on what's going on with the market and market conditions, okay? Sometimes it might be a lot, sometimes it might be a little. A lot of it depends on what's going on with the market currently, okay? So you want to get involved here on the first day. You do not want to chase when the stock is up multiple days in a row. You want to get off this train, and then you want to get involved again right over here, 12.2 long, 331.90 through yesterday's highs. Stock goes down. Look at the candles start to, contract inside day. This was almost an inside day. Look at the volume here. This is when you know the stock is ready to move again. Respecting that VWAP, that earnings VWAP, this purple line. Got involved right over here. Sold the stock right over here as high as 337 because it lost momentum, okay? This is what swing trading is all about. All right, so nothing so far. Market has had a good run. Zebra was one that we flagged also last week. Nothing there for me today. Here's another one, BBBY. Had a big move on the back of earnings. Stock trades 13 million shares when the average volume is 2.3. Again, if you're a day trader, you can play this move intraday. As a swing trader, I don't believe in breakaway gaps. Those things used to work in the 90s, where you had a gap like this and the stock will go up for multiple days in a row. That rarely happens. You wait for this pullback consolidation. Here, 12.3 long at 78.14, down 4 days in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, through the high, okay? And boom, you get this up move. Target, nothing here for me. We're looking for something that's ready to move so we can get involved with it tomorrow. So Burlington Factory, this is a big company, big stock, 14 million shares. But look, it had a big move on 4 million shares, which is almost pretty much 3 times the average volume or 4 times the average volume. This looks okay, BURL. I have an interest in this stock going through 224.85. What that means is that my buy stop would be 224.95. My stop loss will be right over here. Call it 221. The target is up. Again, what we're looking for is these small little bursts that might last 3, 5, maybe 6 days, like right over here and like right over here. What we're going to get within, what this burst is going to give us, we don't know. But what we want to do is we want to sell on the way up. We want to sell on the way up, and we want to get off the train once we start losing momentum. We don't want to sit through any consolidation. Once we get off the train on the 4th, 5th, 6th day, then we want to get involved with something that's just getting started. See those small bursts? Down. Small bursts? Down. Small bursts? Down. So we have one so far. We want tight patterns, okay? Here, Disney, all right? Perfect example. I like this one a lot, okay? So Disney goes up on roughly 46 million shares. That's a lot. The average 20-day volume was roughly 10 million shares a day before. Goes up on 46 million shares. Again, if you're a day trader, you can chase this over here. If you're a swing trader, when you buy something that's up so much, especially a stock that has 1.6 billion shares in the float, at best case, you're going to sit through sideways action. And that's exactly what we had so far. We've had roughly, call it 22 days, 15 days of sideways action. The stock has done nothing at all, okay? Now, here, the stock prints an inside day. Look at the volume. Very low volume, 7.1 million shares when the 20-day average is 14 million. I like the stock going through this high, 148.61. That means that the buy stop goes 10 cents higher at 148.71, and the stop loss is going to be right over here. Call it 146.40. Target is up. I can make up any target. I can say 155, I can say 160, but again, what I'm looking for is that small burst that might last 3, 4, 5, 6 days. What I'm looking to do is sell on the way up. Take that money and get involved with something that's just getting started. See, so you also had the opportunity here. Here's another inside day, a beautiful inside day. Check out the volume right over here, how it contracts. Contraction leads to expansion, and what you typically see is in a stock that has a lot of momentum or a fresh catalyst, you see the sideways action, you see the candle start to contract, the volume starts to contract, and that's how you know the stock is getting ready to make a move higher. The trigger will be going through the previous day high. So far we got Burlington and Disney. Let's see if we can find something else. You know, here's another one that we flagged last week, all right, for Monday. You know, Shopify, inside day. Bought it through this high, long, 319.35, inside day through previous day high. Nice move higher. We sold it right over here. As high as maybe 338.30, I think the high was. At 339 was my high print, and then the stock comes back, okay. And even if I would have held on to a piece, if I would have sold some higher and then held on to a piece at break even, I would have lost. I would have broke even on the rest because the stock came all the way down to 311.53, and then it moved higher. So in hindsight, you can make, you know, you can make, you know, bulletproof plans, but things don't work that way. I'm a big believer in selling into strength and taking advantage of the small bursts. Like for example, here stock is down 4 days in a row, goes up for 4 days, sideways action. You know, here's another one, Garmin, up big on the back of earnings. Goes down for 3 days in a row, prints an inside day. I got involved in 11.7 going through this high. All right, sold on the way up, goes up 1, 2, 3, sideways action. Stock has done nothing since this little burst here, okay? Netflix, I got long this stock on Friday, 306.87, down 5 days in a row, up today through the high. Bought it multiple times, 306.58, 306.75. So now this is one of my favorite patterns here in the short term. In my opinion, my belief is that in the short term, what matters the most is momentum and mean reversion. This is a mean reversion type pattern. Stock is down multiple days in a row. You don't want to buy, you don't want to anticipate. And even if you do anticipate, you want to anticipate with a very little amount, because down 3 days in a row can turn into 4 days, and down 4 days in a row can turn into 5 days. So you want to wait for the break of this pattern, and the break is a break of the previous day high, okay? And now this is the first day of potentially a 3 to 5 day move. Again, you don't want to buy stocks that are up multiple days in a row. For example, here, you know, right over here, just because it broke this, you know, this high right over here, people say this is a breakout. No, stock is already up 6 days in a row. And at best case, you get a small little move, and then you get sideways to down action. You want to get involved in the first day. You want to start selling in days 3, 4, 5. You want to jump ship and get involved with something that's just getting started. And if you listen to the podcast for Jim Simons of Renaissance Hedge Fund, or you read the book, you know, they're short-term traders. They found their edge, and their average holding period is roughly 2 days. This is where the edge is, right over here. For most people. Nothing here. Look, the market's had a very nice run, okay? And we don't have many setups, but it's had a very nice run. So a little consolidation is in the works. Now, up here, decent amount, okay? This more than likely was maybe earnings, I think. But look, the stock is down 3 days. This is a sloppy stock, but it's down 3 days in a row, okay? Buy stop 275.41. Stop loss 269.62. So now we have Burlington, we have Disney, and we have now Now, come, tomorrow, Monday, we don't know if these stocks are going to trigger. We don't know if they're going to break through these previous day highs. So we have 3 names on the list. That doesn't mean we like them. We like them if they go through the previous day high plus 10 cents. Here's, Orly. It was on my list. I didn't take it. It was on my list this Thursday. Inside day. Big up move on the back of earnings. Go sideways, sideways, sideways. Prints an inside day. And went through this high. Nothing there for me for tomorrow. ZS. The software names, they've had a rough time lately. But ZS reacted well to numbers, if I'm not mistaken. And it's down 3 days in a row. I like the stock going through 48.49 with a stop loss right over here at 46.33. Now, call it 46.30. Now, stocks momentum. You can catch momentum in stocks that are trading near highs, stocks trading near lows. You're still gonna get that same burst, like right over here and right over here and right over here. You're gonna get that same burst. I know a lot of people like to talk about all-time highs and only stocks that are trading near highs work. No, momentum works. Momentum works in stocks trading near lows, near highs, near the middle, everywhere. You can see here these arrows. Google down 3 days in a row, got long right over here. You get the same pattern here, down 3 days in a row. You get long through this high, and then it goes up, and then it goes down. It's the same pattern over and over again. And most stocks, this is the way they trade in these little short-term bursts that may last 3 to 4, 5, 6 days, and that's what you want to take advantage of. Where are we? We have 159 names. PayPal, PYPL, down multiple days in a row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days in a row. Again, you don't want to anticipate this mean reversion play, and the reason why is 3 days can turn into 4, 4 can turn into 5, 5 can turn into 6. You want to wait, like right over here, for that up day. Once you get the up day, you get to move higher. Here, down 1, 2, 3. You wait until the previous day high, and the stock goes up for 4 days. Okay, and you can do the same exact thing with this pattern here. When the stock is down 3 days in a row or more, and you get this up move, your initial stop is this low here. The next day, the close here, your stop goes from this low to this low. On the next day, your stop goes from this low to this low. On the next day, your stop goes from this low to this low, and then from this low to this low, and then you finally get stopped out on this day if you don't sell everything on the way up. So I like PayPal going through 105.34. That means the buy stop is at 105.44, and the stop loss is right over here, the initial stop at 104.11. Here's another stock, ULTA. Again, momentum works near 52-week lows. Long, 11.26 at 232.38, which was 11 right over here. Stock is down 1, 2, 3, 4 days in a row. Prints an inside day, but it doesn't go to the previous day high. Here, another hammer candle, but doesn't go to the previous day high, but it's looking good. This area right here has been protected for the last few months. And then finally it goes up here, 232.38, got a small burst, and I sold it right over here on this day and on this day. I'm highlighting that just to let you know that momentum works from highs and from lows. This one here, I like this one. SBAC, SBAC, going through 237.42. That means that the buy stop is at 237.52 with a stop loss right over here at 233. Here's D-Dog. Perfect example of why you want to be careful buying on the way down just because the stock is down multiple days in a row. And I did this 12.4 long at 36.85 down 4 days in a row, touched the IPO day VWAP anticipation. And here's what happened. Down 4 days in a row, turned into 5 days in a row, then now 6 days, now it's 7 days. So even when you want to cheat and you want to anticipate that the stock is going to turn around, if you have 1,000 shares to buy, do only 250 and then wait for the break of this pattern. What is this pattern? Lower highs and lower lows. You want to break of that higher, of that lower high. That's what you want. Like for example here, down 1, 2, 3, 4 days in a row. Long 11.21, 39.25, down 4 days in a row. I cheated a little bit, okay, and then added once it finally broke the previous day high. Here down 1, 2, 3. Here that this green candle, you wait until it breaks this high, and look what happens. You get this small burst, sideways action, small burst, sideways action. Here earnings, I think this was earnings, and then you get the burst and then sideways action. So that is it. So we have BURL, we have Disney, we have Now, we have ZS, we have PayPal, and we have SBAC. So what do we know about these setups? We have no idea which ones are going to set up tomorrow or are going to break out or trigger tomorrow. The trigger is Friday's highs plus 10 cents. For all we know, maybe one does it, maybe none of them do it. We don't know right now which one will do it. And then even if they all trigger, we're not going to know which one's going to be the best performing one. That's just the way the market trades. We can try to guess which one would be the best one, but we don't know which one's going to be the best one. So what does that mean? You try to put the same amount of money into each one and then allow the market to do the rest. All right? So trade them well and be well.